Hey everyone, Robert Ferringo of DocSports here with a college football free play video. Be sure to like and subscribe to the DocSports YouTube channel and make sure that you take advantage of the free 60 link found below in the description. That will take you to DocSports and give you $60 to use free, same as cash, towards any handicapper, any sport, any package that you want. For instance, top football games from our team of handicappers are $30 a piece. That free 60 can get you 2 free top games going this weekend. For instance, I'll have a 7-unit college football play on Saturday. You can get that play absolutely free along with another pick from another handicapper by taking advantage of that link below. All right, today's free play is number 6 Georgia at number 15 Tennessee. Huge game early on in the SEC calendar. All right, Georgia has not looked good. They have not looked like the number 6 team in the country, or the 6th best team in the country, I guess I should say. They never really came close last week to even threatening to cover the spread against Austin Peay. The week before that, they weren't particularly impressive outside of the first quarter against Marshall. So Georgia is 0-2 against the spread already this year. They're only 3-7 against the spread over the last 10 games. Like, this is not the same vintage of Bulldogs that we saw even as recently as 4 or 5 years ago under Kirby Smart. The transfer portal is one of those things that's really hurt programs like Georgia that used to just stockpile depth with 5-star talent running 3 deep at every position. That's not the case, and they just haven't looked as dominant over the last 2 seasons. Now, number 15, Tennessee, they have looked pretty good. They're 2-0. They covered the spread easily in both games. They beat Georgia, which was a 7-unit winner for me on Tennessee in week 1 in that 45-26 win as a 2-touchdown favorite. And then last week, they just hammered East Tennessee State 72-17, as you would expect from a 40-point favorite, in playing in Knoxville. But now it's the real deal for both of these teams. They both fattened up on cupcakes. Now it's time to see which one of these is going to be a real contender in the SEC this year. Georgia has really dominated this series. They've won 8 straight. They're 8-1 against the spread against Tennessee over their last 9 meetings. And those 8 straight wins for Georgia have come by an average of 24.9 points per game. Not a lot of close games between these two. Josh Heupel and Tennessee, they run more of that spread them out, pass happy, we want to score 40, first 1 to 40 points win type of approaches. And Georgia has really manhandled them. They've dominated Tennessee in the trenches each of the last 3 years at least. And none of those games have been particularly close. Now, this game is in Knoxville, so big advantage for Tennessee. But the spread here at only 3.5, I think warrants a play on Georgia. So that's going to be my free play. I'm going to say to take Georgia minus 3.5 in this game. I thought the spread should have been closer to 6, just out of respect for what Georgia has done to Tennessee and the way that they have dominated them over the last decade and the way that they've dominated them under Josh Heupel. I like Tennessee's defense, but I do think that that's actually the strength of this year's team. Even though they scored, 117 points in their 2 games, I still think Tennessee's a little better on defense than offense. They did give up 26 points to Syracuse, and they did give up 17 points to East Tennessee State. So I think that Georgia is going to be able to move the ball and put some points on the board. And I also think that Georgia's defense is by far the best at Tennessee and new quarterback Joey Aguirre that they have seen this year. So I think Georgia's going to be able to get enough stops to keep this game in the Bulldogs' corner. It's not going to be a blowout. I could see this one being 27-20. I do think it'll be a close competitive game, especially, given the fact that this one, as I mentioned, is in Tennessee. But I think Georgia, top to bottom, is the stronger team. I think they're better on both sides of the ball. And I'm going to defer to that 8 straight wins by 24.9 points. It won't be a blowout, but Georgia will win and should cover the 3.5 points. So that's your free play for today. Again, be sure to like and subscribe to the DocSports YouTube channel. Till next time, carpe diem and good luck.